And I'll just spend a bit of time going over each of these slides individually. Okay. So I'm going to talk briefly about an assignment I give, and the assignment is aimed to increase students' global awareness. So it's relative to geography, as I suggested, yeah. It's in preparation for a paper, this presentation, that I've recently been working on with another faculty member from the Northern Kentucky University. So here is a student's finished work. Okay, so how did I get to that? Let me explain what I do. I'll go over a bit of research about the topic, talk briefly about the course, the assignment, how I evaluate it, how I integrate it into the semester, specific resources that are available for students to improve their work, and I've got some examples and then some student feedback. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to interrupt. I'm very happy to answer your questions as I go over this. First of all, the importance of geography in international business is often an assumption. We understand, for example, where countries are located. Strategic decisions like China, the location of China and the transportation routes involved in importing and exporting from China, for example. Market entry routes, if we're franchising, which countries do we go to? Supply chain and geopolitical risk. I think this has recently been really brought to our attention, the geopolitical factors. So where is Israel? Where is the Ukraine? And which countries are near those areas that would be affected by those activities in those countries? Are not always known to students, yet they really are impactful in helping students appreciate the context of what's happening in those countries. And there are some limitations. Other ways students can increase their global awareness is through trips, actually traveling, and then through something called GIS, Geographic Information Systems. So this is a third way of helping students increase their global awareness. So as I mentioned, the course that I put this as part of is Introduction to International Business, and it's what's described as a survey course. We cover a lot of different topics, but we don't get in depth about all the topics. We talk a lot about politics and the influence of politics on the business environment. We talk about trade policy, import-export controls, national competitive advantage, and economic integration. And when we talk about these topics, we move around the world. So I draw examples from different parts of the world. So again, here's the relationship to the actual geographic knowledge that I want to increase students' ability to understand. And I'm happy that this assignment has been increasingly adopted by other faculty at our university. And maybe by the end of this paper, when it's published and gets some good distribution, it will also be picked up by other faculty delivering a similar course, or maybe by other instructors in different areas, because I think it really is a good. An important aspect of it is that they just write their student number. So when we do the evaluation, it's described as blind marking. It's very objective. So just imagine you're taking this course and I'm distributing 11 by 17 pieces of paper and I'm saying, you've got 9 weeks And then you're going to have to draw a map of the world. So it's really a challenge. I know when I did it, I was intimidated as well, because it's really kind of an unorthodox assignment as well. So how is it evaluated? There's 4 criteria. One is the location. And we're talking about detail, level of detail and accuracy. So locations, for example, are cities identified? Are country names identified? Size and scale. Are the shapes and sizes of the continents appropriate? Are they in the right rough locations? Additional information, for example, trade routes. There's some really significant trade. Red Sea, for example, Strait of Malacca. Some students don't know where the Suez Canal is. Some students don't know where the Panama Canal is. And I think from an international business perspective, this is really fundamental. Financial capitals. And then a 4th criteria is the presentation. Is the eventual work well done? Is the information on the page easy to understand? Is it readable? Is it easily legible? So these are the criteria that we evaluate this assignment against. And I make an effort to make sure the assignment is really simple and easy to understand. So that's the total assignment. There's that bit about the time, hour and 10 minutes, size of the paper, and then here's the criteria. So it's one of those assignments, I'm happy to say, that is really a challenge, but it's very easily presented, right? Sometimes we see assignments like that. So I really make an effort to keep it simple. How do I integrate it into the course? Within the first week, maybe first 3 classes, I notify students that this is the assignment for the course. So I try to introduce it really as early as possible. Over the course of the semester, I put the students in a lot of small groups. And as I mentioned when I was introducing myself, there's an awful lot of diversity in the classes I deliver as well.